Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mosimoluwa Adeleke. If you are just coming here, you're absolutely welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, I always appreciate your visit, your time, your comments, your likes. Thank you so much, you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about parent-child relationship. I'm just going to be picking an aspect of that. I don't know if in the subsequent future I'll talk more on that, but for today I am going to address what happens after you've had a clash with your parents. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with the aftermath of after having a clash with your parents? Now, when I'm talking about a clash with your parents, it can be a mild one or it can be a serious one. A serious one as serious as, shouting at them, yelling back at them, engaging in fights and everything. And it can be one as mild as maybe just a little disagreement on WhatsApp or something like that, or walking out of on them and everything. So today I'm going to talk about what's next after you have had a clash with your parents. Now the thing is that when it comes to parents-child relationship, the bitter part, the side of having clashes and everything, is usually hard and is difficult, I think, on both parties. As much as the parents are not happy that is happening, the child too is not happy that such is happening. So I think it's a serious situation, and I think that is something that we need to make provision for on how we can deal with the aftermath and to ensure a better and smoother parent-child relationship. So the first step I'm going to tell you is that forgive yourself. Yes, you shouted at your parents, you screamed at them, you yelled at them, you even engaged in fights with them and everything. The first thing is that you need to forgive yourself. I'm not justifying those acts. I'm not saying they are right. I'm not saying they are okay, but you need to forgive yourself. You see, if you stay in that zone in your brain where you are still angry with yourself, where you blame yourself, where you are regretting, where you are lamenting, where you are feeling guilty, it will be affecting your mental health, and it will keep affecting your relationship with them because you keep feeling you are unworthy, to continue enjoying benefit from them, or you are unworthy to, continue having a relationship with your parents. So I think that the first thing you need to do is you need to forgive yourself. Yes, you need to come into, the acceptance that I did this, I regret my actions, I am not happy that it happened, but we need to move forward. And one of the ways in which we can move forward in life is forgiving ourselves. So the first step is that you need to please just forgive yourself. Close your eyes and say, I did it, I was wrong, I regret it, but now we need to move forward. And for us to move forward, I need to forgive myself. The next thing is that you need to forgive your parents. There are situations whereby you may not actually be at fault of the foundational level of what happened. You might not be at fault. It may be their fault. It may be that they have done something to hurt you, and dealing in that hurt, dealing with that grief, really dealing with that pain of maybe betrayal, or of them not understanding you, or of them misinterpreting your actions, or of them doing unjust things, maybe to their spouses. Maybe that's your other parent. Maybe if your father is maltreating your mother, or your mother is maltreating your father, and then you are trying to defend the party that is being maltreated and everything. So when that hurt is there, when you have that hurt against them, you need to forgive them. For us to progress, you need to forgive them as well. You need to come to the realization and acknowledgement that they have hurt you, they have done something against you or the other parent, but then you need to forgive them for us to progress. And then the next step I'm going to say is you have to allow the healing process. Usually when there's like clash between a child and a parent, especially if it is repeated, the problem is that the relationship between that parent and the child, it becomes severed, it becomes broken, it becomes hurt, it becomes maybe bent or scattered, or misdealt, or badly dealt with. So you need to be able to allow the healing process. The healing process can take years. The healing process can take you years. It may not be immediately. You may not start bonding with them immediately, or quickly, or maybe in a day, or in a week, or in a month. It might take you years, it might take you months, it might take you weeks. allow that healing process. Give that healing process time. You need to give that healing process time. Yes, the hurt has happened, but for us to progress, that healing process has to be there. And so it might take us time before we can bond back with our parents, or before they can bond back with us. And so you need to give that healing process, you need to give it time to heal. You may not be able to call them every day, because maybe the situation is still healing, but just try. Maybe if you cannot call them every day, you can make it maybe once a week. From once a week, if you notice that, oh, I can actually talk to them like twice a week, you can do that. Then you can keep increasing those those actions, those activities that brings you closer to them. Maybe you can start playing games with them, you can start gisting with them, you can start sharing stuff with them, and then just allow that healing process. You need to allow that healing process. That healing process needs to be allowed. The next thing I'll be telling you is that you can seek external help. Seek external help if you see that maybe, as much as you are trying to bond back with them, as much as you are trying to settle the issue that brought the clash and everything, if you see that maybe they are not understanding you, or you are not understanding them, or for one reason or the other you are still not trying to get on that good page with them, then you need external help. You may need external help. The external help may include your religious leaders. They may include maybe somebody older in your family. They may include maybe your older siblings or your younger siblings. They may include the other parents. So for an example, if you are having a clash with your father or your mother, then you can bring your mother or your father in. The parents that you are not clashing with, they can try to help. They can be the external help. Or therapy can work. You can seek therapy. I think there's something they do, family therapy. Yes, you can seek therapy. You can go for therapy with such parents. And I think when you go for therapy in such a situation, they attend to you and they attend to the parents, and then they can attend to the two of you together. So please, you can seek external help. Now, if you're an older child, you can the next step is that if you have a decision on something and you want to stand on your decision, because you are trying to bridge the gap between your parents, it doesn't mean that you should now begin to make a decision that will just benefit them, just because you just want it to heal anyhow. So let me do what they want and everything. If you need to stand firm on your decision, you should stand firm on your decision. The reason is that if you continue to just bow to their wishes every time, just because you don't want a trouble, it can be dangerous. If you don't want trouble, it can be dangerous, because one day you can get tired and you can feel like you are pleasing them, and then things can just go awry. You can just snap at them, and you can just it can just go out of okay again, because you are tired of just bowing to their wishes. So if you need to disagree with them, you can disagree. You can disagree respectfully. Oh, mommy, I understand your point and I see the point you are trying to make, but I'm sorry, I insist that I do it this other way. So you can disagree respectfully, and you can stand firm on your decision if you think that your decision is worth it. You understand? So those are my steps. Those are the simple steps I can recommend. If I need to come back to do a part 2 on this, I'll probably come back. But then I was thinking of talking about how to deal with a toxic parent. So I'll just quickly run through that. On how to deal with a toxic parent, I think the first thing is that you need to set boundaries. You need to set boundaries, and unfortunately, because they are toxic, you might not be able to deal with a close relationship with them. You might have to have a distance relationship with them, because they are toxic. If it's that every time you are having a relationship with your parents, every time you are talking with your parents, every time you are in the presence of your parents, it always gives you a headache, then you might have to set a boundary. You might have to set boundaries, and you might have to deal with them from a distance. Maybe call once in a while and everything, but it's very important. It's very sad that there is toxic parenting, but as much as there's toxic parenting, choose your mental health over your relationship with your parents. I'm sorry I have to say it like this. If you disagree with me, you can come into you can let us know in the comment section. But if your relationship with your parents is always draining your mental health, is always making you to lack your will to live, then you might have to choose your mental health over your relationship with your parents, just try to find a convenient way that can make you to deal with those your toxic parents, but you know that way you are dealing with them, it is not affecting you. It's still, you are still okay, you can still deal with it. I think the next step is that don't feel guilty for their toxicity. Don't feel guilty for their toxicity. If they are toxic because they regret that they gave birth to you, if they are toxic because that maybe they regret that they gave birth to you out of wedlock, don't take their faults. Don't carry their fault on your own head. Don't be suffering for what they should be suffering. It is their fault. It is their mistake. It is for them. Everything is for them. Don't carry it on your own head. Don't carry their guilt on your own head. Please don't feel guilty for their toxicity. Don't feel guilty for their toxicity. Show them as much love as you can. I mean, they are still your parents. As much love as you can muster, please show them as much love as you can. And finally, please be careful with what you share with them. And yes, just be attentive and be careful with what you share with them. So this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, as I get inspiration to come and share stuff with you guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Oh wait, sorry, if you maybe want to talk to me about maybe your relationship with your parents and you don't know the way forward, you can share with me, and hopefully God will give me grace to help you find a solution. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.